Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to solve another lead code problem. So this problem, I'm not sure I already solved this one in a video or something, but I'm trying to cover everything from the beginning. So we will go through almost, hundreds of problems. So we will start with one of the easy problem actually. So this one, you you are given an array of integer numbers and integer target, return indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. This is a very easy one, so we can go to the solution right away. So basically it's nothing. So if you need 9, you can add 2 and 7. If you need 7, if you need 18, you can add up to 11 and 7. So if I am giving another target that's not exist, it's gonna be it's return 0 and 0. So it's basically very easy question. We can go to the solution right away. So here do some. So we can use a hash map, and in this hash map we will have we will store the value. So if I have 8, I will store that in 8 with the index. So how it's gonna work is like, initially you are getting the number of array and also the target, and here in the result you need to return an array of two integers. So we are going through all the elements in that array, and if you have a visitor hash map, so I will check the target minus this value is in that hash map. If it is not there, I will put that in to then that hash map, that value and the index. Then I am going to the next iteration, and if you find that value, what I am going to do is I will I will return the result with that value index and also the current index. So it's a very straightforward problem. We can solve very easily 0 and 1. So here I am asking for 3, 1 and 2 uh, add up to the target, and we are getting the right answer. So that's one question. We can go to the next question also, because this one is very easy one. Don't need to discuss that much about that. So the only thing you need to concern is like, we are taking the target. So if I need 3 here, I'm putting it as a target. Then target minus the current value, whether it is in hash map, then I will return. Uh, Here you can use hash map or any other data structure also, but the hash map is the better option here. So that one question, and we can go to the next one. So add two numbers. So that's basically uh, a medium level question. You are given a two non-empty linked list. So in this case, you have a linked list. So definition of for singly linked list. That's already there given. So you just make it as um, available for your solution to work on. So just to remove the um, comments, then you can work on that. So I already solved that question also. Probably we can walk through that, and if it is not good, then uh, we can do a programming, hands-on programming also. But let me try to explain that, and if it is working, then it is fine. But before that, we need to go to the question once again. So what exactly happening here? You are having two linked lists. So just example 2, 4, 3, 5, 6, 4, another one. And you need to sum it up. So the only problem that's happening is like you need to take the first one, L1 dot value, L2 dot value, then you are going to the L1 dot next, L2 dot next, sum it up. So that's it will happen in a while. But the problem is if this add up into 10 or more, how we can handle that? That's the only question here. Otherwise, it's gonna be a straightforward if these things are the same length. If it is not same length, then you need to make it as a separate cases on that time. But otherwise, it's going to be a very straightforward. So what we are need here is like we need to get the longest substring. Okay, because that's yeah, this is the one summing nodes. So here, what we are going to do here is I create a node and I put it as a dummy node. So it's nothing like a zero node. I'm not going to use that one. Just putting a zero node. That's it. So we need to create a node class, and it should accept node next or node value. That's it. So the current node I put it as a dummy node, and the carry I put it as a zero. The carry is like if it is more than 10, the summing up it is 10 or more, then we need to handle that. While L1 not equal to null, L2 is not equal to null. One of the things can be null, but this happen if the linked list is not in the same depth. So then what I am going to do? L1 not equal to null, then I will take the L1 value, L2 not going to null, then I will take the L2 value and I will sum it up, and I have a carry here. So carry is handling for that one. Then after summing up, so if just assume if it is more than 10 or it is 10. So how you will find that carry is like divide by just 10. You will get the carry. But there is some scenarios. So if I am assuming like um, adding some values 100 and 100 and 100 and 900. So what's going to happen in this case? You have instead of 10, you have or a if it is if summing into 100 divided by 10, it's going to be 10 itself. So it's going to be 10 itself. How we will handle that? That's a very tricky question. So in this case, all nodes should be less than 100. That's the one. That's a case. The digits non-telling two non-negative. So based on the example, they are not saying like any nodes that's greater than 10. So it will be fine. So other scenarios, you probably need to have another solution or something, but for this one, it is fine. So you will get the carry here, and we are using that for the next iteration and for the current next. Um, so in the result, we are returning the dummy node. So you need to set dummy node actually. So for the current next new node, so what I'm doing here, so the current is the dummy node. So the dummy node current dot next, I'm setting the current result. So it's a divisible by 10. So divisible. So just doing this one, you will get the uh, value here. If it is less than 10, that value. If it is more than 10, and whatever be the remainder. So remainder you will get here. You are setting this one, and for the next iteration I need to get the next next value. In this case it will be null, and then whenever it's coming on the next iteration we will set that value. That's the thing. So current dot next is this value, and we are setting that current is equal to current dot next. So that's the way we are setting everything. So on the next iteration you will get the current value, but there is no current dot next that we are setting on next iteration. So everything is correct right now. So and also we are handling if both are not in the same length also. And here if L1 not equal to null, L1 is equal to L1 not next, the pointer should be moved. So that's also done here. And if carry is greater than 0, so current dot next is equal to new node carry. So this also a problem. So what I did here, so we went through all of these things, right? And after if there is any carry reminder is there, you need to put that into the new node and put it as a current dot next. So everything is fine. So we can just run and make sure these things are working fine. Since I'm not going to program all of these things right now, so just make sure everything work fine. That's the only thing. So we can take an example solution from here itself. Example uh, L1 and L2 from here itself. Let me copy all of these things and I will comment out in our code, and I will add that into L1 and L2. So the first step you need to define L1 and L2. So if I am saying like node L1, how I will do that? So you need to create new node 2 initially, and node L2 will be new node. What will be the value here? So here in this case L2 is 5. So that's fine. Then the remaining things are very straightforward. L1 dot next is equal to new node. You need to put the 4 here. That's then L1 dot next. You can assign this one That also possible. Sign into L1 itself instead of moving like this. But since it is only few elements, because I am okay to make it as like this. Okay, so right now everything fine. So then we are going to the L2 dot next. So L2 start with 5, then going to the 6, then the next thing is like L2 dot next dot next. So here 5 6 4. So we got L1 and L2. Then right now we need to get the result node, probably L3, and we need to call this thing at 2 nodes. That's it. Everything will be fine right now. So let me put L1 and L2 here, and we need to find some way to print this. So what I'm going to do is use some of the generate to string. Oh, it's gonna be a major problem here. But let's see what we are going to get on this scenario. Then based from that we can change something or something. Okay, so node value is 7, so just output should be 708. Explanation and everything is fine. So these things are fine. We are getting the correct uh, result. So everything working as expected. So we can stop our video right now. We will continue with that things on next video, and probably next video hands-on code is uh, hands-on code actually, because this thing I don't know whether uh, how much will benefit if I am not doing the hands-on code, because just explaining these things I don't know whether it's up to our expectation. So but I tried to explain everything in simple, and since it is only the easy and medium, it's nothing much. It's straightforward. You don't need to have any kind of logic here, because the node is already given. You just need to sum and you need to carry. Let's apply to the uh, last question also. It's a very easy one. We don't need to do an hands-on coding on that one, because it's very straightforward. For the other questions, probably we'll do the hands-on coding, because it's gonna be a little bit complicated going forward. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.